Hello, we are back with another awesome boutonniere tutorial. In this tutorial, we're switching it up a little bit and we're going to use 2 Sola wood flowers. As always, a few different types of filler. We're going to have our wood flower dye and we are ready to get started. Let's go ahead and start with dyeing our flowers. You want a bowl about a cereal bowl size, nothing too big, and you're going to add a bit of water to it. You may want to test this out before to make sure that you get the exact shade of colors that you want. The more dye you add, the more vibrant your colors will be. The less dye you add, the more subtle your colors will be. Make sure you stir it up really well. The dye will tend to sink to the bottom. And go ahead and dip your flower. You want to make sure it's saturated really well. Spin it around, really dip it in there, just to make sure all the petals are colored. Shake off any excess dye and set it aside to dry. Our flowers are already dry and ready to go. We've got one raw flower and one dyed flower, a beautiful purple color. Go ahead and pick up those 2 flowers and add them to your handful. We're going to add a bit of filler as well. Here we're using 2 types of dried filler. You can use preserved filler, you can use natural filler, you can use faux filler, whatever you'd like. Once you have the flowers and filler arranged the way you'd like, go ahead and tape those together nice and tight. You want to make sure the tape is really tight so your flowers and filler are not moving around and they stay just where you put them. We're going to add tape all the way down about 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, just to give us a nice base for the boutonniere. Clip off your excess wire as well as the excess filler. You don't need that hanging out the bottom there. We're going to clip it right at the bottom of the tape. You can adjust as needed if anything moved out of place. And now we're going to go ahead and finish off our boutonniere with a bit of our jute twine. This is great. It works well for sticking the boutonniere pin into to attach to the wearer. And we're just going to do this by adding a little bit of glue to the top of the tape where we secured the boutonniere together. Go ahead and stick that twine right to the glue and start wrapping. We are just going to line it up and we're going to work all the way down the boutonniere. Once you hit the end of the boutonniere, you want to go ahead and secure that with a bit more glue. Stick the end of the twine down, let that dry just a little bit until it's tacky, so it's not sliding off because it's still hot. You can cover up the end of your stems there and then just trim off any excess twine that you have. And your boutonniere is complete. Boutonnieres are a fun and easy way to add to your wedding or your school dance. They are great.